Okay, go try this one again. So we were definitely the underdog in this war. Opponent had one TH-11, so they had that Eagle artillery in their top city. They had four full-on Inferno cities. Uh, we only had Infernos at City 1 and 2. Reaver and Mark both had max. Whoop has one level 1 Inferno, which is practically not an Inferno city. Then John and my alt famous, excuse me, also don't have Infernos yet. So when you look at it on defense high, they have a pretty big edge, probably 3 to 4 points up high. Luckily, we were able to get 3 stars on City 5. And basically, we won this war 3 starring TH9s, pure and simple. Our 9s were better. And I'm mostly going to replay some of those, but I'll show a couple of these other attacks really quickly. So we missed this city ground the first time, and I'm playing. So this is our three of our top 5 guys were playing without an archer queen. So what I'm doing here is hitting the outsides and then trying to get a funnel to the middle. And right here, so the Eagle artillery is starting to pound and hammer my drags, and it really does serious damage to them. But I've got what I'm looking for right here in the center. And I actually freeze the Eagle artillery, and the town hall there is absolutely, when everything is said and done here, it's down to one last hit, and that that dragon was just wailing away on something else, maybe the queen or the BK. So I did come in opposite them. And actually, I was happy to get 1 star. As I said, we missed this one on the ground, but that one was about as close as you can get to 2 and not get 2. And then City 2. So I think Reaver made the comment before the war. There really weren't a lot of good air targets in this war. It really was only City 3. It was a decent air target. So Mark comes in with a quad quake, and it was pretty much straightforward shot to the town hall. He gets it, ends up at about 48% here. Obviously, if he had his queen, he would have picked up the last 2% there, I believe. So yeah, he's got a minion in there, chomping away on that gold pile. And I think when it goes away, yeah, that air defense takes it out. So anyway, got pretty close. And then City 3. So this was one where I think Reaver missed it the first time with air. He guessed there was a hound in there and didn't take poison. And so our number 17 player here just called him up from the minors here, thinking he might have some talent. So yeah, went through and kind of he wasn't sure what to hit, and basically I said, watch Reaver's replay here. If you've got poison, you can take it. So he took out the town hall clearly. Ran it with 2 hounds. That's an attack I've only ever pulled off one time. I tend to miss it a lot because I forget about the second hound. He's getting actually pretty good with that attack right now. And then City 4, John got 1 star there early in the war. Reaver tried it late. I may actually show you that attack because that was actually pretty close, and it's kind of a I would say a warning to people upgrading to TH10. Gavin was talking about how hard 9 was. He was a really solid TH8 player. as soon as you upgrade, the game just gets harder, and each level gets increasingly harder. So here, John comes in, ground attacks. Like I said, John's relatively new to TH10 attacks. Got close. This is actually a pretty tough city to hit. Now, let's see if I can find Reaper's attack, because that'll show you where's Reaper at. There he is. Yeah, 48%. So 2 mistakes here. He starts off at that upper corner and he sends 2 dragons and his king. He should have only sent 1. So I know what he's trying to do here. Get the king to pop in there. He does not want to trip the CC on here, because CC has a golem in it, and you just don't want that coming out. But now the king is working its way through the outer wall, gets in there, and I think at some point the king possibly does it trip it or not. I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe it doesn't. Okay. But yeah, he didn't turn on the king's special ability, so he missed that. That might have, that probably would have got him the star if he'd have actually kicked that on. So there are a number of mistakes there. But the other thing on his freezes, you saw they had 2 single target infernos. Had he dropped that freeze earlier on that front inferno and the Tesla, I think he'd have got it also. So I think this attack just got away from him. It's really hard to get 2 stars on 2 single infernos. He was really close to it. But that's why I said this was a good example of how difficult it is to play at TH10. You might get away with 1 mistake, but you're not going to get away with 2. So here we are. So this was kind of a funny attack. Funny from the standpoint that Ashley was talking about running Jai-Hi-Ho, and I said something to the effect of, yeah, I'd probably send the Giants in from about 4:30, and then send the Hogs in from 1 to 2, and then somebody else says, I think it was probably Whoop who said, you might want to get that missile tower there at 3 o'clock first. So you'll see exactly that attack coming up, which always kind of surprises me. You kind of make suggestions, and then you see people run something completely different. Exactly. Run the way the clan suggested. So I was like, yeah, drop your heels over the bombs. You drop the heel over the bombs. Nice, a very nice 3-star here. When I looked at this originally, it looked like this is the one where I'd run like 6 to 8 witches, working around the middle and then send them through. Completely different approach here. Worked perfectly. Surprised, really. I'm just surprised when anybody listens to anything. So I missed. This is City 6. Oddball had this city. So this is Ayaki. He had it dead and made, once again, here we are. You're going to hear this story often. He made 1 mistake. I tried to hit this later, didn't even get as close as he did. So he's, I think, running 2 hounds. So he likes to trip the CC, something that I don't particularly care to do. I prefer to kill the CC en route. But you see he starts, he's very patient getting the rages out. So he's got his 2 rages out. Things are going pretty well. I think he still has, does he still have 1 hound alive? No, the hounds are done. So here he's getting near the end, and you'll see he threw a wizard out there at about 1 o'clock. The wizard got killed. If he had the wizard now, at this point, he's got it. As he gets that, so right now that wizard that he dropped at 1 o'clock would have gone in and cleaned the deck and won it. So he was kicking himself for that, but really, it was a nice run. And here we are, Cartertown. So these are I'm going to show you 2 of John's attacks here. So he runs almost the same mix I run when I'm running Go Wee Wee P. God, I hate that. It's actually Hogo Wee Wee P. Now, he runs it slightly different. So he sends a hog in, trips the CC, and then he leads with, once that drag's done, he leads with hogs in the heel. I do it completely the opposite. I use the hogs late in the mix to clean up once my main force has kind of cored the city. So different approach, uh, really works well. So he actually goes with more hogs. I typically go with about 4 hogs. So my mix for a TH10 is um, 3 witches, 2 P.E.K.K.A.s, 3 golems, however many wizards, 4 hogs on the end there. And I typically send the hogs through as the cleanup crew late in the attack. But very nice attack there. And here's same guy. Just really great war by John's 9 here. Came in and 3-starred 2 of these 9s. So when you look back at what really won this war, it was our 9s, because we were outgunned high and we really struggled high. This was not a good war to run air, and we were able to get a little bit of traction up there. I think we got 3 of the 5 stars high from air, and we got 2 of them on ground. But by and large, we really struggled high in this war, and made it on the strength of these TH9 3-stars. So a very nice job there. And then here's Ayaki, also running ground. So yeah, it's over in DC. A couple of weeks ago, Matt was talking that you hardly ever see these golem attacks go 3-star, and we are just going lights out with this Go Wee Wee P attack. The variants on it over here in DCA. Granted, in DC, it's primarily Jai Hee Ho that gets the 3, or possibly Lava Lunian or Good Lava against the more upgraded cities. I guess the issue here is in DCA the opponent cities aren't quite as upgraded, so we're able to play that. And here's Ash again, 3-starring with the DC attack of Jai Hee Ho. I forget where she comes in. We'd missed this city before, and she came in and clobbered it. So yeah. One of the things, she's really good at deploying hogs on a line, which is something I really haven't learned how to do, and probably won't ever be able to get to. I'll just be like a consultant going, if you're one of the people that can do that, this would be a really good thing to do, and she is. I tend to run it just in 2 sticks. So yeah, nice attack there. And I think that's about it for the 9s. Yeah, Coma is still an 8. So yeah, he ran another ground attack, another golem-based attack. So I should mention the guys we were going to war with this time. They were actually frighteningly good running Quad Quake 8 versus 8. That's something we haven't done, so hopefully some of our guys will pick that up. They weren't near as effective with it, 9 versus 9 or 10 versus 10. But 8 versus 8, Quad Quake was doing quite well for them in this war. So something for us to consider as we move forward. But anyway, yeah, outgunned. Luckily, Oddball was in there, had a good war high. Ash and Carter also good. A couple other folks struggled, as you would expect, given that we were playing hero down. We have a couple of guys, basically 2 relatively new TH10s, trying to figure out the ropes of the 10. So I'm right now with this boost on and so many heroes down, I'm happy to for every win we get. So this was a pretty satisfying outcome here.